On this Grammy Sunday morning, Harriet Tubman says, I freed 1,000 slaves. I would have freed even more slaves if they would have known that they were slaves. Wow. How many of you fellas and women are operating as a slave and don't even know it? Are you conscious that every day you wake up and you're anticipating to work for somebody? We all work for somebody in whatever capacity, but are you even working towards working for yourself? Are you looking to wake up and be somebody's bee? They said somebody's bee, as in you got the king and the queen bee, and you got all the worker bees that work for someone. They said, what is that quote? I got to think of it. They said, if you don't remain obedient to your visions and dreams, you're going to wake up every day at 6 a.m. to go and work for somebody else who was obedient to their dreams. I would have freed more slaves if they would have known that they were actually slaves. I don't think y'all know how powerful that is. I realize that we are our own mountains. We are the reasons that a lot of shit don't go right for us. We create challenges and obstacle courses and issues and conflicts. If something is blessed and beautiful and is right in front of us, we are going to figure out a way to fuck it up. We are our own mountains. Harriet Tubman says, I was able to free over 1,000 slaves. I would have freed more slaves if they would have known that they were actually slaves. She's coming in like, come on, let's go, let's go. And they like, what the fuck are you talking about? We got to get out of here. We don't want to be slaves no more. Let's go, let's break free. What? What the hell is she talking about? I did a lot of research for the Dr. King role for the movie Selma. I was up for the role. Did about 4 years of research. True story. So the whole King family, all of Dr. King's actual friends and colleagues and people that knew him on a very personal and intimate level, they said the same type of things was happening to Dr. King. We all celebrate him because he's got 15,000 boulevards, streets, buildings, and, auditoriums in his name. But as you can imagine, Dr. King was trying to do something way ahead of his time. He was trying to get African American people specifically to stand up, stand for something, not just lay down and put up with and tolerate anybody's stuff that they were trying to dump on you. And as you can imagine, Dr. King having this vision and this idea of the way things are supposed to be 40-something years ago. Can you imagine how much resistance he got coming in? Let me tell y'all what we should do. Let me tell y'all what we shouldn't put up with. Let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all that. I'm telling you this. God did not bring us on this earth to be treated like we're less than and this and that and be slaves or have the mentality of slaves and all of this. And he's having these conversations way back when, and people are looking at him like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you coming in my face as if what you're saying right now, what you're talking about is going to change anything? It's not going to change anything. What the hell are you talking about? Harriet Tubman says, I freed over 1,000 slaves. I would have freed more slaves if they would have known that they were slaves. We are our own mountains. We self-sabotage and self-defeat and stop ourselves from advancing and moving forward with opportunities that are directly in front of our faces. I am sending this message out to the world, and I'm asking for everyone to go within. Don't be consumed in the opinions of the world. Hold on with that bag. I'm leaving the video. It's loud. Don't be consumed of the opinions and thoughts of the world. When I leave these videos, it's a moment for us to actually sit still and think about us and our life. And not everything I say is a reflection of everybody. But there's a lot of crazy shit going on. There's a lot of people out here who wake up every day trying to figure out, how can I fuck up my marriage? How can I mess up my relationship? How can I take a blessed and beautiful situation and mess it all up? Drama and dysfunction is the orchestration and works of the devil. And when things are blessed, you purposely try and figure out a way to make it stressed. I suffer from it sometimes. We all suffer from it. But us being our own mountain, it's like, man, you know, the peaks and valleys, we got a lot of challenges in life and mountains to climb. Are you your own mountain? Harriet Tubman said, I was able to free over 1,000 slaves. I would have freed even more slaves if they would have known that they were slaves. And just so y'all know, I'm not one of them guys that's like, the slave, the white man, I don't get into all that. That's not who I am. I believe that every man and every woman individually can create a better outcome for their life, situation, career, and circumstance if they stop self-sabotaging and going out of their way to fuck up their own situations. I'm just sending y'all love. It's been a while since I left the video, and I just wanted to put some love out there on the timeline. Don't be your own mountain. Don't be the reason that your own life and career and situation stops progressing. Don't be the reason that your marriage comes to an end. Don't be the reason that everything about your life and everything that's on the way is blessed, about to be blessed, and then something negative in your mind. Maybe it's your mama and your daddy that's instilled that negative pattern. You've seen your your mother's marriage fall apart. You've seen your mother and your father be in abusive relationships that's negative, evil, and dysfunctional and horrible. And that's your point of reference. That's what you believe that love is. And so everything that you do, if it's beautiful, if it's happy, if it's peaceful, your mind wants to create dysfunction and drama and mayhem where there is none. So my prayer is that we break the cycle. My prayer is from this message, you actually recognize that it's you in great detail that I'm describing. And then you start working on yourself. Breaking the cycle. We can't change anything if we're not conscious of what we're saying and doing, and more importantly, our behavior patterns. Are you that slave? Are you enslaved in dysfunction? Have you even recognized that you are your mother? You're a duplicate of your mother and your father. Are you a deadbeat dad? Do you have kids that you're just not involved with even remotely? For some reason, you have forced yourself to forget about how it made you feel as a little boy when your father wasn't around for you. Are you a duplicate of your father? My daddy wasn't there for me, so that's why I'm so comfortable with not being there for my kids. I'm putting it out there. It's uncomfortable, but it has to be said. It's your man Tyrese. Everybody that needs to see this video should be tagged. And everybody that needs to see this video should be shared on your timeline. Spread the word. This is Grammy Sunday. I'm growing my facial hairs out because in 2 days I'm shooting a video with Jennifer Hudson for my new song called Shame. It's featuring Jennifer Hudson. So my facial hairs had to be grown out. This video is about to be crazy. Probably the biggest song I've ever done in my life. Directed by Paul Hunter. I'm excited. My last album, Black Rose, is coming. It's been my most challenging album I've ever done in my life. I appreciate y'all patience. I've had to push the album back a few times now because it's been very challenging to record. But yeah, I love putting this stuff out there because I know somebody's listening. All right, I'm headed to the Grammys. I love y'all. Peace.